What is going on, everyone? We are back with another video update for 2020. I hope everybody's had a good new year as well as a good Christmas. We are trying something new today, so I'm creating a film or video using my computer. So, this is something I haven't done before, um, and hopefully, uh, this goes well. If it does, we'll be uploading it. If not, then we won't. So, I would like to start off with some things I have canceled that were expected to come this year, and why. So, as you can see up here on the screen, I have the Prime 1 Studio Jurassic World Blue, and I was super excited about this. I really wanted it. Who doesn't love dinosaurs? At least I have. I've loved it um, since I was a kid. And I really like the Jurassic World series, and Blue being my favorite raptor. Um, so the statue overall, it looked really good in the beginning. Even the prototypes that they showed, when you'd view it over, the base that you see here with the bones looked really, really good. The rock texture, I think some of it, after you see the prototypes and the releases on it, could have used some more paint, but overall, it wasn't something to be too picky about. If you've seen the reviews, then you know the bushes, they could move. I don't know the texture that they used in it, but they were like, you could touch them and they'd move around just a little bit, but you couldn't change the position of them or anything like that. The overall piece here was to be resin from head to toe. I did know that originally when it was first coming out that it had some fitment issues, especially back here in his back foot. That's where it would place down into the base. The reason I canceled this mainly because after watching multiple reviews, um, his front claws here, these were movable. And I apologize for the Discord going off. Like I said, I'm on my computer today making a video. But I expected this to be a whole solid piece. And when I found out that his front paws here could actually move, like, and what I mean by that is you could take his um, claw here and you could push and it would go like in this direction. So it was movable. That was huge on me canceling this piece. Fitment issues I can get by. Um, those are not the end of the world, especially when it was his back foot here, or hers. I believe in the actual movie, Blue is a female. But, um, so if there was a minor gap in the base, like most people were having, you kind of wouldn't really see it. And I could get past that pretty easily. Um, but the main thing that decided for me to cancel it was the pause here. Um, just I feel like on a resin statue, you're more so looking for a pose, not so much something moving. Now, I mean, if it was able to have change out parts, that's one thing, which this doesn't. It was just a standalone piece where you could, I'm sure, angle it depending on what view you wanted to look at it from. But this moving, I wasn't a fan of at all. Um, So I canceled this, and I did order the exclusive, which you would have gotten a little gold blue statue here. I just wanted the exclusive just to have it. I think the edition size at the time was smaller, but overall, I ended up canceling on it. So if we move on, I'm gonna go over here. So this is for those who like anime, like I do. Um, this was another piece that I was really, really, really excited about. It was pretty big. Not that I'm too much worried about space because I believe what's right next to me is Stuvas, and they hold my 1/4 Majin Vegeta from Tsume. Um, in the case, perfectly fine. He's not too close to the glass, he's not too far back. It's literally perfect in terms of space. Um, but the issue with this piece, which caused me to cancel it, was his face. So here in the prototypes, which I believe these are still prototype pictures, his face looked really, really, really good. Um, I mean, straight out of the anime, and so did the Ninetales Fox right here. If you're not familiar with the show whatsoever, this looked really good. And when this came out and they were showing final production pictures, the jewel here was kind of yellowish. The paint application on the Ninetales Fox itself was a little darker, so this was darker orange throughout here. Um, those I could get past. Not a huge hangup, but the face on Madara, absolutely terrible when it came out. And some people got this and they're okay with it, but for the money that you spent, and let's be honest, this is a fairly expensive piece. I think close to $1,000, if that, due to the size and the weight for them shipping it over here to the U.S., which is where I live. It's too much money to not be happy with how this came out. I was insanely disappointed. And originally when this piece was announced, I was excited. I pre-ordered it the day that it was announced. Um, with that being said, I did cancel this as well due to the fact that the face sculpt changed. And if you got this and you like that, great. If you cancel it like I did, then maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from as far as the high hopes for this piece is in terms of detail for the amount of money they're asking you to spend. Um, show you some other pictures here. I mean, overall it looked really great, textures and clothing, and just his face was too much for me to say. I couldn't deal with um, how it turned out to justify the price that I was spending, so I ended up canceling it. Um, and for those of you who don't deal with this company, I will let you know canceling it is extremely hard. So if the price in euros change over there, um, then your money back changes as well. And I bought this with PayPal. And PayPal couldn't really intervene when I submitted a ticket because I mean you have to honor the exchange rate. So if you buy something from this company and you cancel it, be prepared um, to get less money back. And there's nothing you can do about it, which is terrible. I will not buy anything from this company again without seeing final production, which is almost impossible. They sell out extremely quickly. But I do have Gara already paid off from them, which is expected to come sometime this year, I believe. And then I pre-ordered Sasuke as well. My Discord is really going off. I apologize for that. But outside of those two pieces and not seeing final production pictures, um, I won't be canceling those due to the bad experience that I had with Tsume. Um, I would rather just get the pieces, and if I don't like them, just sell them on my own. Because, like I said, they sell out extremely quickly, so it's hard to kind of just to wait on something and see if you like it or not. So that's my advice in regards to ever ordering or buying from this company. I would not. If it's not something you absolutely love, then I wouldn't buy it. And that's just my 2 cents on the matter. So next, we're going to move on. So those are the two things I've canceled. And now I'm going to talk about what I've pre-ordered, um, which I'm sure you guys can see the tabs up above and kind of guess what is next. And then outside of the pre-order, what I have coming on the way. So tabbing over, now a Star Wars piece, we have the Darth Sidious Mythos statue by Sideshow. I've missed out on their Mythos line before in terms of their Darth Vader, which I hope to one day get my hands on. It's a really great piece. It looks amazing, and their Obi-Wan Kenobi as well. But, anyways, this this got announced. At the time, you could only see the small little teaser picture, and then a couple days later, they came out with the full. You could pre-order it, and this is what it's going to look like. So this is half sculpted here. You can see the robes and the sash going off. This is all sculpted, and then you have the fabric robes. This all fabric. So, and I imagine that's going to be wired, and you can pose that to some extent, which I don't mind that. I like being able to give the piece a flow, so to speak, of how it looks and having some say in that. So I don't mind that whatsoever in terms of mixed media fabric. Um, and you get swap out hands here. So you have, if I go back, I believe, yep, you just have his regular hand here, and you have the hand with the lightsaber. So I have Darth Vader premium format from Sideshow, and then I have Darth Maul premium format from Sideshow. And like I said, next to me I have Stuvas, which are some awfully big cases. Um, if able, I'd really, really, really like to get Darth Sidious inside the case with those two, because they're in a case together. My concern with that being obviously the base here and how wide it ends up being, and then this is sculpted, so there's nothing you can do about this whatsoever. So it's all in terms of if I can make it fit without looking like crap. But I have pre-ordered this, and I'm really excited to get this. If anything that I could complain about, maybe, and this is just from pictures, is this right here, the lightning effect that's coming off of his hand. I kind of hope that this is magnetic. That would be cool, so you can have it on there or not. Because I've watched some other people's opinions on this release, and I do agree the lightning effect could be a little longer, like extend out a little longer and give it a little more, just the lightning feel that you get from Darth Sidious. He was always more of using the Force to fight his enemies versus fighting with a lightsaber. Um, and I guess if anything you could take away is that this is like the start of the lightning coming out. And I get it, you can't have something too crazy out here. Then it would be hard to fit in a case, depending on how you choose to pose him or look at him, whether that's angled or looking at him forward, like towards you, facing you. This picture just shows here the two different hands, like I talked about. And I wonder if there's any more close-ups, because someone in the video review that I watched showed that his hand was quite veiny, so I wonder if that's going to change any in terms of final production. That might be kind of hard to do in mass production. But the lava here, this is really cool. I like that. This is a really nice base. They have him hovering. I'm sure this flows up here somewhere, and there's a notch for it to slide into the back. You got the nice orange shading in the boots. Overall, I pre-ordered this the second you could pre-order it. I'm really excited to get it. I can't wait to have it and then review it for you guys. This is all right here, probably wired, which, like I said, I don't mind. I like that, giving it, my personal touch. We'll just scroll through the pictures here for you guys. See the face sculpt, nice orange tint in his eyes, menacing look. I just cannot wait to get this. There we go. See, there's the veinage in his hands and the kind of rotting nails. Excuse me. I'm sure if I'm using the Force Lightning, and yeah, nice shading of blue here. I hope this is removable. The way this looks here, and you have the minor gap. I would like to see like maybe a small magnet put here where you could take this on or off, but I highly doubt it. Either way, it's not a deal breaker for me. I know a lot of people don't like the pose or the sculpt, and I've seen people who don't like the mixed media fabric, but overall, I couldn't pass up on this. I'm doing a Sith collection for the most part in terms of my Star Wars collection, uh, and I want this, so I'm getting it. It's really, really, really good picture right here. If you're wondering about the price point on this, it's $585, and you can currently extend this out to 8 months if you would like to pre-order it. So moving on to Anakin Skywalker, Dark Side. This is a Hot Toys figure. It's going to be my first Hot Toys figure, and it is due to show up, I believe, sometime this week. So I cannot wait to get that. I really like the base. I know it's a light up feature base, and I use Detolfs, if you guys are familiar with that from IKEA. I don't know if he can fit in my Detolf standing on top of this without some form of adjustment. Like either lowering the glass, obviously you wouldn't be raising it unless I put him on a secondary shelf. But we'll see. I will definitely be getting this and reviewing it for you guys. Hopefully sometime this week, if not by next week. I hope to get the video up and a review on it. But I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but Revenge of the Sith is my absolute favorite of the Star Wars trilogy. So this for me, this was a must. And I also got on the wait list for the Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. Obviously, this is mixed media here. I believe in terms of the robe, if there's any pictures of that whatsoever. Maybe this is wired. I'm not too sure. I won't know until I get it. But I kind of have an idea of how I want to pose him already. So once he gets here, I'll either review him after posing him and giving you guys my initial thoughts on that, or I will just do the review like I normally do. If you have an opinion of how you would like me to review him when he gets here, go ahead and leave a comment below. But, I mean, this looks really nice. Nice menacing look here in his face. A yellow tint. Some people said this was orange, the tint in his eyes. I'm not too sure until he gets here. Either way, Anakin's my favorite character in the series. As you all know, he becomes Darth Vader, and I liked seeing his story progression from Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. And this is the Obi-Wan that I'm on the wait list for. Hopefully I get it. If not, I waited too long to determine if I wanted him or not. So if I miss out, I miss out. But Anakin, I wasn't going to miss, and he'll be here soon. So I'll show you guys some more pictures of him. It's a Toy Fair exclusive. Honestly, I kind of assumed this would sell out fairly quickly, but that obviously was not the case. He's 1/6 scale figure. Based off pictures, I assume the lightsaber lights up. I don't know. Like I said, this will be my first Hot Toys figure, but I'm excited. Yeah, see, you can see this kind of looks orange. But I'll give you guys a good close-up on his face when he gets here. I know there's reviews on him already, but I'm still going to give my own opinion on it, whether you should get it, shouldn't get it, and how it turned out. You can see the yellow here. That's a good shot. And this is everything he comes with. Multiple hands, the light up base. I won't use this lightsaber thing up here. I don't really care for that or like that. But, I mean, if you were trying to recreate a dueling scene, I could see how someone might use that. And this is cool. The swap out arm. So, I mean, that's what I have coming for now. My dad, who also collects, and you guys obviously know that if you've been following the channel, he doesn't really have anything coming. We have some statues still on the box that I hope to get out and review for you guys, as far as Superman and Wonder Woman and a Wolverine, I believe, is still in the box. Space is really an issue right now, so we're trying to rearrange some things and work out some space. With that being said, we're not rich by any means. We always collect on a budget, and we, for the most part, buy things that we're genuinely interested in and want to have. I don't buy to resell or anything like that. I buy what I want and what I plan to hold on to and keep for a good long time. So collecting for us has slowed down quite a bit. I'm sure you guys noticed with the last, I believe it was 2 to 3 months at the end of 2019 that we haven't put a video out yet. But I still want to collect. It's just going to be more thought out on how bad I want it and if I got the room for it. With that being said, I believe in the previous Superman video that we put out, we got a few comments on either a room tour or a statue tour. So I can't really do a room tour for you guys due to we just don't really have a room dedicated to our statues itself, at least not yet. We're thinking about getting there. We got an extra room that we're probably going to clear out and maybe make that a gaming room / studio room where we do our reviews. But I can do a statue collection for you guys if we get enough interest in that. Show you guys how we display our statues, cases that can fit for your larger scale statues like 1/4 or bigger. I don't have anything that's really life size or any larger than 1/4 at the moment. I don't see myself ever getting anything larger than 1/4, but if we get enough interest in the comments in terms of some sort of room tour or statue tour, I'd be more than happy to show you guys our setup and what things look like. And you know how we display our stuff. If that interests you any whatsoever, just leave a comment below. With that being said, back to the space issue that we have and the limited amount of room. Collecting is going to slow down quite a bit in terms of statues that we have come in, hot toys that we have come in. But I do want to still put out content and review things that I'm interested in or would like to get and still might get. So videos like this, where it's done on my computer and I talk to you guys and give you guys my 2 cents, might become a more frequent thing. In terms of the videos that I put out on the channel, I do like creating content and editing. I enjoy that quite a bit, and also talking to you guys about what you're interested in and the pieces that you have in your collection. That's why I'm part of various statue collecting groups and hot toys groups and whatnot, like everybody else is, I'm sure. But if you have any suggestions in terms of what you would like to see us review or the kind of videos you'd like to have us put out in the future, I would love to hear that in the comments. I might end up doing comic reviews on some comic books that I have. I have some graded comic books. And then again, I might get on the computer about something new that comes out and let you guys know what I think of it. If I'd get it, if I wouldn't get it, if you should get it, if it's worth the price point, things like that. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off and not keep rambling on for you guys. But I plan to post this today, and today is the 4th. And that way you guys know what's going on and why we haven't put up a video and what's going to be coming and what we're going to be reviewing for you guys. So as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. That's okay. No shame in that whatsoever. Share with your friends if you'd like. And if you got any recommendations or suggestions for us, go ahead and leave that in the comments. We appreciate any feedback that we can get from you guys, and we want to continue to do this. So if you want us to review something you're interested in or give you our opinion on something you're interested in, we can do that. Be more than happy to. Since I am on a new computer, guys, there will not be the intro that we normally have, but I do have some changes coming to the channel here hopefully soon. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great year. Happy New Year to those who've been following the channel for a while. I greatly appreciate it, and all of you who subscribe to the channel. And you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching.